Hey guys, thank you guys for watching my channel. You're watching Quantum Tech, and today I'm doing a review on the UE Megaboom 3. It's a newer Megaboom speaker made by Logitech or Ultimate Ears. It's a great speaker. However, I have some, kind of problems with it, and I want to get into detail with that right now with you guys. So before I, go into detail, I'm going to play Matches by Cash and Roses. I want you to hear it. And then once you hear it, I want you to kind of hear what I had to say about it. So let's get going here.
Everybody says that you're still living your life. One weekend to the next, still trying to get it right. The truth is, I worry you never found something.
So guys, that is the sound that I played by Cash and Roses called Matches. So this is my overall thoughts. So so every speaker that they've come out with, they have had an issue with either the distortion or they've had an issue with overpowering bass. Sadly to say, this has too much bass. It's not leveled out enough. So what I think they need to do is they need to improve the overall size of the subwoofer, make it kind of run. I put one on one side, put one on the other, make them decent size. However, what they need to do is they need to improve either the tweeter size or they need to add more tweeters. The tweeters is what is going to pump the overall vocal quality out, and it's going to make it blended like how it should be. The problem with this is that the actual bass of the speakers overwhelming. It's too powerful, and it's kind of swallowing up the vocals, and it's not making it sound right. So that's one thing I strongly feel they need to do is they need to make the speaker bigger. They need to add either bigger tweeters on it or add more tweeters to it, and they need to balance it out with another subwoofer to kind of, get rid of that little like. It almost sounds like when the bass is going off that it's like someone's tapping a table or a cup. It doesn't sound, it sounds kind of artificial in nature. It doesn't sound natural. So I think they need to improve either the subwoofer size or they need to get tips from Bang& Olufsen or something like that because the bass needs improvement for sure. As far as the sound quality, it's decent. However, at lower volumes, as you can see, the vocals were eaten alive by the bass. However, the louder it goes, the bass kind of slowly smooths out, but it still eats up the vocals at higher, volumes. So it's kind of a problem. It's less noticeable when it's at higher volume. However, I'm able to tell because I've owned tons of speakers from so many companies. I've heard it all. And, honestly, this thing needs improvement. I think they need to kind of poke around when it comes to the neodymium drivers. I think that's something Logitech needs to introduce is the neodymium drivers. Super cool magnets. They amplify the sound. There's only a few speakers out there that have them, like the Tri-Bit Max Plus. It has neodymium drivers, and the vocal clarity is phenomenal. I think if they just improve the subwoofers on the side, made them a little bit more tuned and accurate sounding, and they either made the tweeters bigger and they also introduced neodymium drivers. I think if they were to combine all three of those together, they would have a speaker that's unstoppable. I think they need to improve the size a little bit more. I think go a little bit bigger. I'd say a little bit thicker and a little bit more taller to kind of add a little bit more attention to it. This is the actual this color is actually dusk. It's an Amazon limited edition one. I recently got this, paid $200 for it. Pretty expensive. I wish they did that, because the last speakers they've introduced, they all had either distortion issues or the bass was overpowering, and that's one thing they have a habit of doing is making speakers that have too much bass on them, and it doesn't balance out well. So, as you can see, it's water sealed, which is cool. It still takes basic USB. I think they need to go to fast charging USB Type C. Um, I think if they improve the tweeter size, they improve the sound quality of the subwoofers, they made neodymium drivers with them, and they made it super fast Type C, and they also allowed it to continue to float on water like it does and be water resistant. This speaker will be absolutely phenomenal. I think those are the changes that needs to be done. And I also think they need to change the equalizer settings on their app because no matter what equalizer setting you do, it either sounds too like quiet or the bass is overpowering at any equalizer option they have. So there's not one equalizer option unless you take away the bass completely. But even if you do that, it still doesn't sound right. And that's one thing I noticed is that when it comes to the actual UE Ultimate Ears Megaboom 3 app, the app doesn't really when it changes the speaker, it changes the speaker. It doesn't make it sound good at all. It doesn't sound balanced. It doesn't sound improved in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it goes down in quality. So, Ultimate Ears, if you're out there listening to this video, I appreciate you guys for hearing me out. But this is definitely one thing that needs to be improved in order for not only your business to be successful, but in order for me to continue buying these and sharing them on my channel and, flaunting how much I love them. It's a great potential. It just needs more work. But overall, guys, super cool. It's got the magic button on top, so it's super cool. You can, push it a couple times to play, push it a couple times to pause. You could switch songs. It's got Bluetooth Connect. It's got, the typical, turn on and off. It makes that noise when you turn it on or off and on as well. But that's what I think they need to improve on. If they do that, they will have a great speaker. Thank you guys for watching my channel, Quantum Tech. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. Ultimate Ears, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. My email is monico636@gmail.com. That's MONICO636@gmail.com. Feel free to send me an email on your thoughts on my video, and I'm more than welcome to take any demonstrations you guys have. Thank you guys for watching my channel, and peace out.